Welcome back. This is Tizit. This is part 5 of Satisfactory 1.1 first time playthrough. I've never played 1.1 all the way through, or at all. This is my first time. Really liking the addition. Love doing this for the puppies. So last time we were working on coal power generators, and we were waiting for these parts. We had to automate more rotors and more iron plates, reinforced iron plates. Although reinforced iron plates wasn't that much, it was just having another assembler, maximizing this because we have plate production and screw production elsewhere, and then this is smart plating, so this is going to be a continuous thing. So this is our rotors, which now we have plenty of rotors, so I'll just top off that, and then we should be able to build everything else over at the power generator, or the power coal power plant that we need. How many reinforced iron? And I think I'm good on reinforced iron plates. Oh, last time we also got some sulfur that I haven't done anything with yet, which is this last component.
This unknown chemical element was in reality an unusual mixture of solid sulfide and sulfate materials from which sulfur can be extracted. Sulfur's primary use lies in fertilizers, which we have no use for. Instead, this element enables access to more volatile obstacle clearing and pioneer defending tools.
And we also got a lot more deuterium. So now sulfur, I know that this leads to explosives, known as the Nobelisk.
Research completed. Deuterium ingot recipe unlocked. New deuterium research available.
We're just going to do the deuterium here and get this, because why not? And we did also find a deuterium node. We did a little bit of exploring when we were over at the coal power plant site, and we discovered it was next to an iron node, a pure iron node, and deuterium, which I don't remember being there the last time. Oh, that's convenient. I have exactly the same, like, I'm not going to have any more deuterium ingots. Or deuterium ore. They're going to all be ingots. That's nice.
Research completed. Quickwire recipe unlocked. New deuterium research available.
Alright, so since I don't have enough for that, I'm not going to do anything with that. So I will do this though, and then here. Ooh, we don't have these anymore. we're just gonna move the awesome sink back, just so you can put a merger here. Oh, there. We'll put it here. So then you actually need to do Mark II here. There, and here. And then, oh, you have 6 coupons. So let's go ahead and print those 6 coupons. And let's build the awesome shop. And I'll show you the reason why we're doing this here soon. Okay, so we're gonna go to conveyor floor hole. That one's new. So we're gonna add this one to cart. And then we are going to add pipeline floor hole to cart. Pipeline wall attachment. Might as well do the. I think that's 6. Yeah. So this is going to help, specifically the pipeline floor hole and the conveyor lift hole is going to help us out a lot. We can actually reorganize the already not very organized or set up full power. And we really need to set up just one more coal power plant, and then we'll be able to have only our biomass burners as like a reserve, which would be nice. It's gonna be really nice when, after we set up the coal power plant, I'm probably gonna go after quartz, so we can get the those blade runners. I think that's too low, or too high for what I want. I'm picturing. Alright, so instead of having all of this up here, we can actually have it down below. Obviously I can't connect these ones yet, but I can still set them up. Here. So I know where those go. And then these can go right there. Right up next to them. Those ones yet. Disconnect these. Alright, so then we can get rid of this guy. Here, and then we'll come down here. And I put those down here so I know where I need to start setting up the logistics for this. Which is pretty much going to be this row right here. Although I am going to make this row here. And you don't want this like right underneath there because then it'd be a problem with getting them all connected. And also doing it this way is going to be a lot more beneficial in the long run. Because then I actually just need to get rid of that guy. So instead of having to bring up the water here, I could just bring it here. Oops. What was this earlier? I don't remember this happening. What is this? That's just 0. I'm not in the pipe. That's pipe segment. I know the flush. I know this gauge, but I don't know this. We'll figure it out later. See, this might be a problem to put something there, but we'll. Go. That'll work. Because remember, I'm going to start feeding the other one off this one too, I think. Actually, probably not, now that I think about it. And you can even make this a little bit more condensed. I just like the idea of having the logistics for it being 2, so it's a lot easier to move stuff around. And then the last thing that we need for this side is this. There. So if I do the coal in the middle, I'd have to bring these down here. Just to avoid the pipes. Did I really not put one on that one? I really did. Alright. Let's see what this coal mine actually is. It's pure. So let's go ahead and just start. No, I'm not going to update that one yet. Actually, yeah, might as well. There, and then I'm surprised that worked. So I'm gonna just bring these down the middle, and you see that the line goes. That means you have it lined up, so you don't have to keep checking it. Go. These connections only require Mark 1 belts. And we'll do that, so this will start kicking off and filling up the pipes that we need to. But also, while we're up here, I think I connected these ones already. Yeah, I did. So that like little bump of consumption or max consumption is because of the water extractor that I just got. So that's good. This is what we want to see. We want to see those two going back and forth at that, so we know that water is flowing in here. So these ones are messed up, so we can't put an output to an output. We have to put an output to an input. So there's that, and then these need to be 2. Or, well, mark 2. So we're fine here. Oh, that's the water level. Nice. That's good. Now this we kind of have to be a little bit different with, careful with. Let's go ahead and do that. Oops. Alright, come over this way. Make these changes real quick. Oh, nice, these are saturated, which is great. Nice. So that should all work out, and let's go clean this up a little bit here. See, this looks a lot cleaner. And look at this. It's all ready. It should start to... This was me taking them offline and putting them back online. But now... so actually after 3, because we don't really need that, I'm gonna just turn this power off for these and just let them saturate. Oh, these have no connection anyway, so we gotta fix that. Alright, so now it's definitely steady. So now we can turn this one on. And because this one's saturated, this won't have any issues keeping up. And it's going to also give us saturation over here with the coal. So our production is our max consumption is 378.1. So we need to have, let's see, that's 150 to 300. We actually need to have this one turned on too. There we go. So this will just be saturated slower, but we're not using any biomass now because our standard production is 375 megawatts. So the only time that we're going to currently use our max construction, which would go above that 375 to the 378, is when everything is firing off, everything is producing at the same time. So because of our standard output being 375, anything below that, this gap in power is just gone. But if for some reason we produce stuff that's way up here, then that's when the biomass burners are going to kick off again. And I can actually turn this one on. So now you see the separation of all 4 of these data points instead of they're almost all together. And that is our power plants. Well, part 1 of our power plants. Oh, it's so beautiful. Now our production is 600. And a good thing to look for is making sure this 13 actually increases, so it's not, so I'm actually going to turn that off. Turn this one off too. I think this one's okay. Yeah, that one's fine. Alright, so then if you really wanted to, which this is what I'm going to do, I'm going to come over here. And take these. And I'm going to go saturate the line. This just expedites it a little bit. Expedites the entire process to getting saturated. So another thing that we could have done was have the miner go directly into a storage container, and then while it was, which I should have done that. So then while it was while we were building everything out and going back and forth, we could have had that be saturated, so that we can actually not have to mine anything, and we could have just turned these on to start with. Because it's not only these have to get saturated, the conveyor belts have to be saturated up to the point of the splitter for it to really start being completely saturated. Yeah, so it's not ready yet. What is that? This looks like an iron node in Skyrim, where you can't tell if it's rock or if it's an actual iron deposit. At least in the OG. So here's kind of what I'm talking about down here. You see that this line off the splitter is full, this line isn't. At least not yet. Okay, now it's starting to, but it's still kind of slow. So we'll start building the other coal generators, and so like I think this is our logistics line. So then this is going to be our other logistics line. So then this is where we'll put the queue space, logistics line underneath. This is that. So this needs to. Is this on the same one? It is. All right. So this is where we'll. So this is backed up this way. All right. There we go. I don't know why that was over here. So we have workaround the entire time. And now, let's actually go around this front side and then put all the, connect all the logistics sides to it. And this is also a reason why I like having the foundations all the same. So you line it up here, and then we put it right in the middle of this line here. And that way we know all of these are lined up. I mean, for this one, it doesn't really matter, because as long as like the bottom lip here is touching the top lip of the lift floor hole right here, you're fine. That's what we want. And the pipes need to go out a little bit further anyway than the conveyor belts, just because of how it works. Like the bendiness of it. And if you hit R, it reverses the flow when you have a conveyor lift. So you see how there's like that red arrow, which is the output, and the green arrow into the input. If you hit R, it's not gonna line up, or it's gonna go the other way. So now the conveyor belt is, or the conveyor lift is an input up here on the top instead of an output. So we want the output. So we want that. All right. So now let's actually go ahead and get our miner set up. Just gonna be right there. Storage container right there works. needs to be 2. Alright, so now we got that going. And then that's not what I wanted. Because oh, that's gonna be a problem. My bad. Alright, that was kind of an emergency fix. But ideally, we'd build the logistics floor where we actually built this up here, and then built our factory up. Like, just shift all of this up 8 meters. Ideally, that's what we would do. So that we could be above all of these and we don't have to worry about it, about building our logistics floor right in the middle of those. To do this way because this is the way I want to build the pipe. And this we're just lining up with that as best as we can. And we're connecting all of these. I'm thinking I'm going to do this one a little bit different. Splitter there. And then make sure it lines up with this one because this one is the most important one for it to line up with, which is not doing it weird. Nice. Alright, it does. course. We're going a little bit too far down. Splitter's right on the edge. So let's do it this way. So remember, Mark II for the middle. These guys. No. I have to go back and get more. But before I go, get turn these on because these are all saturated now. And this is why we have to, this is why it's important to automate the iron plates, reinforced iron plates. But before I go, I know that we're not going to be able to update this line completely, but I really do want to start to get these lined up with coal. So we're actually going to connect these together real quick. Oh my gosh, that cuts through. It's kind of lame, but whatever. It's fine for now. I'll fix it when we get more reinforced iron plates. But this way, all the coal miners that we just did, or coal power plants that we just did, can get saturated with the reinforced iron plates. And then we'll have to come back and then do the water. But water is a lot easier and faster to ramp up. Especially since we have like the bare bones of it already in place. Like we've done basically all the logistics, we just need to connect the ends of the pipes to where the water extractors where we're going to be is. And the reason we ran out, like I know when I picked up the reinforced iron plates we had plenty, but I don't ever take into account the logistics. Well, I hardly ever take into account the logistics. Like those. I'm just going to go ahead and drop the leaves and wood off, even though we don't really need them anymore. Since we have the coal power plants. But left is for leaves and right is for wood. drop off Scylla, and I'll take up some concrete. Alright, so I have plenty of cables, plenty of routers, or rotors. Those are going to the awesome sink, which is great. Now I can go back and finish our getting the water extractors. Although it does say 2 water extractors, we still need 3 because we dismantled one and then we rebuilt it. And if you dismantle something, it doesn't add that back to your count. So that's something to be careful of. If you're planning something and then like you have to dismantle stuff or move things, then that, just keep in mind that that's probably the reason why. Because your to-do list does not update when you take things away of the stuff that you just put out. So this one, come over here. Here, and then we need to make this a pump. Here. Go ahead and do boom, shaka, laka, boom. So now that the water should start coming through here, and you'll see through the indicators here, that'll start moving. Which I think is kind of cool. That's a cool thing to be able to see that here on the this. Right now it's just filling up, it's not pumping. Now it's starting to pump. You see how they're moving like that? They're starting to pump. And then this, I think we'll see it on the side, I'm not sure. But now see how they're, let's see. There we go. Now it's starting to really pump. Same with that. So yeah, we're not really able to see that, but that's fine. Oh, I can put this up here now. That's awesome. So this doesn't look. Let's make this look good though too. I totally forgot to add all of these. Oh, I feel like an idiot. Those. Nice. So the pipes look a little bit messy, but that's fine because everything is going great. Because we could just do this, take all the coal that was stored, and it's going to build back up again after everything's saturated anyway. So then we'll start with this one. Oh, that's already full, which makes sense because it's already connected. This one, not full, not full, not full, not full. So I'm going to pause this one for the water. Also this one for the water. It's really in the middle few that get stopped for the water. So we really don't need any of these on here. Or up here. Like on here until you know, everything's full and saturated. Because why not? Alright, here we go for that. And then this one should be about full. Go ahead and turn that on. There we go. And this should be our last one. No, is it our last one? This production should be 1200, I think. Yeah. And then we can turn this one on. Alright, so down. This one is concerning. Okay, so set. Oh, no, there it goes. We're good. But then, just to make sure, if you go to the middle, since we have the input of water coming in from the left and the right of this, it's the middle power, where this is full powered generators. They're gonna have the ones that are gonna be the most at risk for not having the water. But they all do. So now, let's look at this again. So now we're producing 1,200 megawatts of power. Also 1.2 gigawatts. Which I really want to make this 1,210. So we have 1.21 gigawatts, which is a super nerdy reference to Back to the Future. I'm pretty sure it's 1.1 gigawatts. 1.21. Yep. Is a famous power requirement for the flux capacitor in the DeLorean time machine in the movie Back to the Future. Alright, so I have my window open, which is what you hear. So I'm going to actually close that. I'll be right back. Okay, I am here. Window is closed. And alright, on to the next thing. And I also like to make sure that all of these are like smoking up top or producing that smoke, because that's just a really easy indicator for when you're fairly far away that they are on and working. So now we don't have to worry about power for a while. We still need to check on it every now and then, but before we connect the factory, but we don't need to worry about it. And even if we do, at this point, because of what we've automated and how we've automated it, we should be able to get make them pretty quickly. But then I also, let's see, while we're running and not paying any attention, okay. Because there's another element of power. I just thought of rings of power, but element of power, because, you know, power comes from the elements in the game. And then the elements get power via God in real life, because he creates everything. So I totally lost my train of thought and where I was going. Power plant. Oh yeah, I wanted to see when we get the next power plant item. Is it tier 4? It is for power storage. But we can't do anything in tier 4 at all until we have steel production, because that's what these are for. And we have advanced steel production, which means we can get a Mark II miner, which doubles the output of what the miners have. So once we have this, we'll have to update all of our factories again. And then these are amazing. The power platforms, especially with the platform, because you can climb up them, and then there's a gizmo. Where is it? I don't think we made it yet. Maybe we did. But it doesn't... Oh, nope. Where is it? Is it in the MAM? I think it might be in the MAM. Under Kateria, maybe? Yeah, this thing, the zip line, this is so fantastic. Because when you go from zip line between power poles, it doesn't work very well. But when you go in between zip line on the cable from the power towers, which is a really funny name for him, it's just continuous. So you can make that like your mode of transportation for you. Or if you're out exploring, like, hey, I'm going to put this platform over there and go explore that area. But yeah, I need to get Caterium. So before I do that, though, we need to figure out how to make let's see, what are they called? They're the box things. Modular frames. So it's reinforced iron plates plus iron rods. And it's assembler 2 per minute, so this, and since the output of this is 2, this whole recipe takes 2 minutes. Or takes 1 minute. So we need to make sure that we're outputting at least 3 reinforced iron plates per minute plus 12 iron rods per minute. Which, let's see. So we need 2, 3, 4. We only need 4 constructors for this, because we need for iron plates. It's so how to get that. You take the 5 per minute, so you get 5 iron reinforced iron plates, and then so 5 times 6 regular iron plates is 30. The constructor on normal output does 20 per minute, so we need to have 2 of those, and then the screws. If we do the alternate recipe for casted screws, I think that's what the recipe is, then that takes care of all 60 of those. Well, not quite 60. So we actually need another one of those, so that's 4, and then we need 1 for these, because there's 15 per minute. So we need 5 constructors, 1 assembler. Alright, production. Oh my gosh. 5 constructors, 1 assembler, 1, 2, 3. We only need 3 smelters, maybe 4. We'll go 4 just in case. But we can split off the one for making the pipes into the second constructor for plates. And then I don't think we need a miner, because we could just take this spot up here. No, we can't take this spot. We can take this spot though. And we can build it out over that way. Yeah, let's do that, because this needs to get cleaned up anyway. Oh, well, that shut down the production anyway, so we'll just do it this way then. Do I want this raised? Yeah, I do. Yeah, we'll even take it up a little bit more. To that level. So you take it up to this level, we should clear a lot more. And now these trees have to go. They're in the way. Nice. Alright, and while I'm at it, and over here, we're going to put these away. Here. Use. So I want to put it on over on that side. It has to be over here then. And so splitter. 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 Alright, so we're going to lay all this out first. So this is iron, 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 iron. We're gonna put that over here. Just so we have walkout round room in on each side. And then, yeah, this is gonna need to extend even more. That, and then splitter here, constructor, this one should be cast screws, I think cast screws, and then this will be iron plates and rods. Okay, so rods only need 15, so that's gonna 15 coming off of a 30 is 15, or I'll divide 30 divided by 2 because we're only doing 2 lines. Is that, and then this is half, so this should all work out. And then plates, and screws, and then we have to make reinforced iron plates. Wait, why do I need 2 screws? Alright, let's go back to here. Oh, because it's 60. And modular frame doesn't need anything else. Alright. So now we have to I'll merge them that way. And this is iron plates. Probably just try to merge these straight ahead. Now, like that's as far as we can go with that. So I'm thinking we make I do have stackable conveyors. These are so nice. Because I think that's what we're going to do around the outside. Because I'm thinking we'll put an assembler here. And then an assembler here. And this one is going to be reinforced iron plates. This one can come straight out. This one needs to be Mark II. This is modular frames. So let's go. Do I really want it there? No. I want it like right here so it can almost line up with that. Alright, so now for the stackable part, yeah, that looks good. Here, that's lined up. And then go. Yeah, this looks nice. Just be nice to have a little ramp or something. And then storage container. And then two and All green lights so far. There we go. Alright, so now this should just keep on producing reinforced iron plates. So we'll see, yeah, I think we're good. This is the real question here, is once this starts being created, which should be here momentarily, we need to make sure that this has at least 3 reinforced iron plates before, and at least 12 additional iron rods before its construction is completed. That's the test. So I think rods are going to be no problem, because again we're producing 15 rods per minute, and this thing only needs 12. So rods should be going up, and then, oh yeah, reinforced iron plates, fantastic. Yep, we have enough. So these are going to be being constructed, which is great. Now that those are automated, what should we go do or explore next? Go ahead and clean this up. So I don't need this one. I do need that one. Kind of don't need this one. So here. Nice. Where are other... Oh yeah, iron plates right here now. Alright, we have 9. Alright, let's continue to make our lives easier. Let's see, what do we want? I like the clean pipeline look too, so let's go ahead and add that to cart. These are cool, except we don't have any walls. We're not putting any walls up right now. So let's go ahead and get rid of that one. Visualization. Ooh, display signs, lighting, lighting control panels. Basic shell. That's new. Customizer. Copper paint. What? These are new. This is unavailable. Unlock by basic steel production. So if something is locked in the awesome shop, it's a reason why. Like this one, for grit metal foundation, we have to have basic steel production, hub tier 3, and basic building, which the hub tier 1. So we have the tier 1, we don't have the hub tier 3 yet. Glass roofs are really cool. So these, oh, they have stairs in it. Oh, those are so cool. I'm so happy they have stairs. They didn't have stairs last time. Now they do. It's great. So right now I'm really looking more towards functionality. These are probably my favorite glass windows. The steel frame windows. Because you put a whole bunch of them together, it looks like a honeycomb. Or a beehive. Personal elevator? That's new. That's really cool. Spiral structural cable pack. Beam expansion, construction fences. Ventilation bundle. Oh, that's so cool. But this is a necessity. This is definitely a necessity right now. And then parts. So specials, we don't want specials. I don't even know where we're at right now. 4. We'll do these. So we do have all 9. You have to pick up our cup.
Official Fix-It coffee cup unlocked. Do not purchase unauthorized Fix-It coffee cups. They have been known to explode and attract wasps. Unauthorized Fix-It coffee cups lower your attractiveness to your preferred gender and/or your sense of well-being if you have no gender attraction or preference. Official Fix-It products can be licensed for your use from official Awesome Shop installations only. Come to the best shop on the planet for the best deals on all official Fix-It supplies, guaranteed.
There's a very specific spot I want to drink this in. What is the... Are you sure that's coffee? Oh, this is just like one of those things where you get up and you're just like, I'm also admiring my factory. Ah, this is so great. Okay, so now I mean, we are kind of waiting just on stuff to get done, which again, this is the best time to go exploring. Let's see how many modular frames we have. $14. And this is 2 per minute, so 1436. We have 18 minutes until that's done. Oh, I think I know what we should do. We should go look for quartz. Quartz. Let's go. Because this quartz is gonna definitely help us in our journey. I think I'm going the wrong way for it. Oh look, I found some quartz. But this is just a node. And there's a yellow power slug up there. Yeah, we're going the wrong way. So that's to like the bottom of the valley, and we do not want to go to the bottom of the valley. We want to go to the top of the valley, or the cliffside of the valley. Oh, I can't go under there. Lame. Unless they moved it. Ooh, they did. Oh, look at that side. So I was thinking we were more over on that side, but we're over here. The thing is, do I think that that is going to kill me, or is not going to kill me? I don't think it will, but I'd rather be safe than sorry right now. So I guess we would. Come down this way, because it looks like, yeah, I was actually going the right way. Alright, so now we're gonna build a portable miner. We could build a 237 or 35 portable miners, but we only need one. Look at that waterfall. Just awesome. There's a slug right there. There's another one over there. There's two right there. There's, looks like one there, one here, there, up there in those tops. There's a lot of slugs over in that area. One right there. Another right there. It's like 15. Oh, this is impure. That's why this is taking forever. So on impure nodes, we only get half of what you normally get. So this we get one per strike. So maybe I will put another portable miner or two, maybe two. Let's go this way. See where it's over here. Ooh, this is breakable wall. There's another breakable wall in that like area over there, where I thought we were going the wrong way, but we were actually going the right way. This is the furthest that I can really go without having to build stuff to get back. And this is the map that we have explored thus far. or have seen. This lake right here, pretty cool place to build a massive factory. Craft. What can we craft with quartz? Nothing. We can craft nothing with quartz right now. That's right. Hopefully I'll bring back enough to where we can finish the, or at least do the, everything that we need to for it. Might as well do this too. Help speed it along just a little bit. That should be fine for now. I'll come back for those eventually, probably. Abandoned equipment. And I think something that did slow me down is I didn't realize that I could make modular frames, and so I didn't automate them. Otherwise, we would be in steel production right now. That's okay, though. To the mum.
Research completed. Silica recipe unlocked. New quartz research available.
I need 10 and 50. I think I have those in here. I do not. And I don't want to make all of this into silica because I want to use it for the other stuff too. Yeah, I think this is totally worth slowing down the steel production for. Well, we have 32. So just another 9 minutes or so. And I can make them too. So I'll just make my 10 here. So I need to go to 42, which is the answer to life, universe, and everything. And the reason it's like that is because the asterisk on the SCSI 2 keyboard was the 42, and the asterisk meant anything you wanted.
Blade runners unlocked. Equipped to run faster, jump with greater force, and decrease fall damage that might otherwise have lowered your value to fix it.
I love these. Hey, it's like, hey, we're gonna make these make your life easier with these things, but it's not because we care about you. It's because your value to us as a company. It's so funny. Oh, you'll lose your value. think it was 50 was what I needed for Zelka. To make the Blade Runners, it might be 20. Oh, it was 20. Now, we have legs. Now we could jump a little bit higher. So this is walking, and this is running. So this is way faster. And look at that slide jump. Whee! It's a lot. Okay, what is other quartz stuff? So we're gonna research that.
Research completed. Quartz crystal recipe unlocked. New quartz research available.
How much quartz did I need for that? 100? That's a lot. Like, the Explorer is really cool, but this right here... Wait, what? What is this? That's new. Material resonance screening, so it's a priority merger. I wonder if that means that instead of just merging stuff, like, it's the opposite of a smart splitter. So smart splitter is like, you put in like 5 different things, and you're like, hey, in this belt it goes this way, in this other belt this material goes this way. Like, so for instance, if you put like copper and iron ingots on the same line, on a smart splitter you can make copper go on one line, and copper ingots go on one line, and iron ingots go on another line, with the third line being miscellaneous. So with this, I wonder if it's the opposite of that, to where it's like, hey, I have these 3 incoming lines, but I need to make this recipe, so I'm going to take 3 of these, 1 of these, and 1 of these other things. I wonder if that's what it's like. So we can either not do crystal oscillator because the recipe is a negative, I think, or we can do, let's see. I'd rather do pocket dimension stuff, so we'll do this. And this is 200 is what we need for it. Almost there, yeah. But again, this is kind of why you want to automate stuff when you can, so you're not sitting here forever. There we go. Inventory slots, nice.
Pocket dimension now extra dimensionalized with additional dimensional capacity.
Oh, I can do that one. And Mycilla.
Medical properties of local mycelia established. New research options available. Medical inhaler variants.
I wonder if I have any biomass over here. I don't think so. That'd be the only reason to keep this around, is because of the need for mycelia. Too far. Because I think, man, I finish researching stuff. I want to get to basic steel production, so until we get to that, I think we're gonna just do what we can here. Oh, did I just use up all of my mycelia? Oh my gosh, I'm kind of an idiot. Do I have any more in here? No. Yes. Nice. So not mycelia. I don't remember how many fabric it was, but I'll just make 20. Because the parachute is pretty fun to just explore stuff. Nice.
Parachute unlocked. Fix-It appreciates your willingness to descend rapidly to perform your duties, but damaging Fix-It property is a breach of contract and will have unpleasant consequences. Improve descent efficiency by combining the forces of gravity and drag with a parachute.
Yep, that's them for you. What was it that I needed? 50. Go. And rotors. Yep, rotors. Here we go. Nice. And I also have enough for... Oh, also rotors. I totally forgot. See, it's so much easier moving around the factory. With these from so much higher.
Tool belt expanded. The latest data indicates that the mycelia possess sentience. Don't worry, we have been given permission to harvest and repurpose their remains.
Oh, that's kind of sad. Booyah, we have entered steel production.
Milestone reached. Coal and iron can be combined in the foundry to start steel production. Project part number 2, the versatile framework, can only be created via automation, not at a crafting bench. Delivering these to the space elevator is essential if we are going to complete phase 2 of project assembly and save the day. Fix-It and humanity is relying on you.
Yep. That's pretty important. So we'll now we can actually go to Mark 3 if we wanted to, but I want to stay in tier 3. And I mean, you could just do this one right now too. But I'm gonna call it a day because we got our unlocked steel production. We'll start working on that next time. And until then, I'll catch y'all later. Let's go ahead and save this and